Hi, everybody. So I just wanted to do a recording today about something very important within the healing process. So specifically, I want to talk about the nervous system and how it relates to the healing process. So the nervous system is how we experience consciousness. Consciousness is experienced through the nervous system. What we hold within the nervous system on a conscious and subconscious levels will determine our state of consciousness and our experience, our relationships, our thoughts, our emotions, and our behaviors. And so when we have when we have stuff that's lodged within the nervous system, it'll create dysregulation, it'll create blocks, it'll create certain patterns in our lives which don't serve us in the best way. And so the healing process is about dislodging or healing or releasing or getting or shifting or moving these energies that are stuck within the nervous system. So this is something that's fairly clear in terms of any kind of light work, shadow work, therapy, psychotherapy, psychodynamic, whatever you want to call it. It's about going into the subconscious, within the nervous system, within the body, unlocking those energies and getting them moving. However, something that is not spoken about a hell of a lot, although in some modalities it is recognized, is what we put back within the nervous system once we've dismantled what was there, what was stuck. So lots of healers, lots of therapists are very good at picking up on what is stuck in the subconscious, reflecting patterns, getting the energy moving. However, not all of them are aware of how to, or that it's even necessary to, fill up that space with a new blueprint. So if we just look at the nervous system, well, let's say as the tree behind me on the wall. And let's say we take a chunk out of it that was rotting away on the tree. And then there's just a gaping hole, right? It can start to rot. And that's what happens within the nervous system. When we leave gaps within the nervous system, where something used to take up that space, it is like an open wound that continues to bleed, that feels raw, that feels painful, that feels unhealed. In an operation on the surgeon's table, when something gets removed, cut out, amputated, there's a need to balm the wound. Let's say something was opened up, a boil, and the pus has been taken out. But that's not enough for the healing to happen. There needs to be a balm and a medicine applied to that. And the same goes for our nervous systems. So it's very important when I work with people, or with myself for that matter, I'm gauging how their nervous system is doing. Because if their nervous system has not learned when it was growing up how to apply resources, how to apply certain states, how to apply certain feelings or sensations to where there is a bleeding in the system, to where there is a gap, to where there is a scar, to where there is a wound, then it will continue to stay open and bleed. And the person will be raw and they won't integrate. They will go out into the world after the healing and they won't feel better. In fact, sometimes they may feel worse. And so and this is the interesting aspect here, this is specifically up to the healer's capacity. When a healer is able to help a person shift or move something, and the person that they've done this for is not able to, does not know how to, the nervous system simply does not even contain the reference point for a specific resource that can use to balm this space or to imprint a new way of being into that space, then the therapist needs to bring that resource into the energetics of the session. And what that means is, let's say a person has been working on self-worth issues, and let's say I've helped them to shift a deep belief and a deep trauma, a deep pain around when they weren't loved in their childhood. And so when they're in that vulnerable place and that energy has moved, they have no idea how to create a state of worth within that space. And so often I, as the healer, as a therapist, have to bring the energetics of that experience into the session, which means that I have to actually activate within myself the sense of acceptance, love, worth for the client or for that little child, for myself, and hold that space as a gift. But not only hold it, but also to transmit it to the client. And when I transmit this energy, the client, at least to some extent, if not completely, is able to take it into their nervous system, is able to soothe that wound, is able to repair the gaping hole left by the living trauma. And that creates a deep and marked change in their psyche. Now, after a while of doing this, the client's nervous system begins to accumulate different resources that I've been giving them, that I've been guiding them to, that their life has given, that life has given to them. And the nervous system becomes a repository, a library of different resources that it can apply when called for. So as soon as there's a little wound that opens up and something comes out, the nervous system knows instinctively to pull in a resource or a state or a feeling from a different part of the nervous system to fill that void or that gap, creating a new blueprint for something positive to come into their lives. So I just wanted to share this very important aspect of healing that I believe every healer should possess and every client should look for. If you like the content of this video, please click subscribe below. There are links there to contact me if you feel called to talk to me or to work with me. I will see you next time. Thank you.